Good morning, everybody. This is Team Blue Falcon here. We're gonna go over the Kashtira strategy. It's a really good deck list. Well, this is my take on the deck list. I'm sure there's some better ones out there. This is just something I'm having a lot of success with. It's quite fun. It's not the most competitive thing right now. Obviously, tier is still tier 0, but it's just something I'm messing with. You gotta get a handle on the deck and the combos and how it plays until February Hypernova when we get the rest of this monstrosity. Um, do I think this is going to take over the Tier 0 format? No, but I do think it'll make it a healthier format where we're going to be having a little bit, maybe two decks in the format, like maybe Kashtira and then Tier Elements and Tier Element variants utilizing the new Kashtira cards, sprinkle of Sprite and Flu. I think we'll have a healthier format come February. And there's also probably going to be a ban list around then too, so we'll see. But we'll go ahead and get into the list. We are maxing out on all three of our monsters, the only three we have right now. So we're playing three of each. Ogre, Unicorn, and Fenrir. Fenrir already being a popular monster of this deck. It's been splashed so many times. You control monsters, they all have the same effect. Cyber Dragon style, special summon. Fenrir is your monster searcher. You can search any of your Kashtira monsters, including Fenrir. The special summoning is actually not a once per turn, so if a ogre, or essentially just spot remove or stop you from special summoning, like destroy it or whatever, or turn it to hand, you can just special summon another one. It's fine. Super cool. So our Unicorn is our extra deck removal, which is great. So playing in the tier, a lot of tier elements have moved to only playing one Kekalos. So sometimes starting Unicorn in the tier elements is actually really, really strong. Um, just banish their one Kekalos and then they're struggling from there. And then Ogre is an excavator, reveal top 5 up to top 5, and then banish one card. So again, great in the tier element because you can hit them earlys, you can hit their actual main deck monsters that are the problems that give them that so much consistency, or you can hit the field spell, whatever, and it does just as much. So if you recognize a strategy playing into Rogue or any of the other decks, you're like, oh, that's a starter or that's a Smashers, the banish it. Um, Typically, I think the best starter is actually Unicorn. Unicorn gives you access to Birth and then lets you normal summon, so that you can easily get into your rank 7, right? So with this list, we're prioritizing our rank 7s as opposed to being more of a like deck out or like stun variant, kind of like how the runic one is. This is more of a beat face. We're gonna spam and lock out your board. So we'll move over to our synergetic monsters. We're playing 3 side beasts, probably the best normal summon in the deck. Normal banish. It has really good synergy with Rebirth. So if you open up Side Beast Rebirth, you have full combo, especially if you have another name. We're playing 2 Ascend of the Thunder. I think 3 is too much. The price is insane, 3K life, but it is a 2700 beater. You can put some damage on board with it, and it's a level 7. It's a free special one of level 7. So what more do we want from that? We are playing a small punk package. We're playing Madame Spider just so we can get access into the punk's imperm, and then we're playing, as you can see, we're playing Baron, but just a small punk package. Just wanted to test out this 5-card tech to see if it's really worth playing. And for our hand traps, we are playing Dimensional Shifter because I think come February, this is the best deck that can play Shifter. That's just my opinion. It's a phenomenal deck, and Shifter doesn't do anything to it at all. Shifter, 3 Ash, 3 Imperm. I think it's pretty standard. You can actually do without the hand traps, the Ash Imperms, and just kind of play like a blowout card variant, or you can play like Dogmatica package, things like that. But I think having a small hand trap line, especially playing into a lot of the rogue decks early on in tournaments, it's going to be really important. Imperm and Ash are actually pretty high impact to anything but tier element. We were playing 3 Prosperity. We want consistency in this deck. That's the biggest thing as right now before Hypernova. We're going to play 2 Emergency Teleports, just that small punk package. 3 Dimensional Fissure. the card's nuts. It came off the ban list, and I'm like, why not? Why not play it? It's another anti-tier card going first, so it gives us access to 8 cards in main deck that play against tier and graveyard reliant decks. We're playing 3 Birth. Now, this card is super great because it can take our non-XC Kashtira monster that are banished or in graveyard, do special summon it. So this is where we get that Psybeast synergy. Or if you can't afford prosperities, we got the 7 Sacred Star Sword. It is, let me just pull it up. Right here. This is a great option if you don't have prosperities, especially coming time in February. I think this will be better than prosperity. We're gonna do some testing. We'll see, but this is a great substitute for prosperity if you can't afford it. I know they got reprinted, but you know this card's 20 cents as opposed to $30-$40 for the reprint. And then we are playing another piece of our flex is gonna be 2 Necro Bellies. Again, I wanted to have as much consistency against tier as possible because it's the best deck in the format. It is tier 0. This format is literally ruled by a tier element, so you're gonna have to play for the best deck in the format, especially when playing something that's kind of off meta, like Kashtira. There we go, Kashtira. I'm gonna say it right one day. But yeah, so we'll go into the extra deck. Well, traps. We're only playing 1 preparations. It is a super break. Playing more than 1 is dumb. You're gonna get access to it anyways, especially on the follow-up turn. Opening it is phenomenal, but you gotta have names, and sometimes you're barely making names. At least right now in this current state of the deck. And then we're playing the 1 Punk Imperm. For extra deck, we are playing the 1 Baron because we have access to the level 3 tuner. This deck just makes Baron for free, especially with emergency teleport. 2 Diabolus, 2 Red Ice Flare, number 76, 2 Draco, 2 Big Eye, 1 Arsenal Falcon. I know it's not in the sideboard, I just had this filled out for just testing blowout variants. You can actually turbo into Barrier Statue, which is a great card. And then we're playing 1 Darkest Dragon Doom Rider, and then 3 of the Exceed, which is arguably, I say, that the win con of the deck, where the deck becomes so oppressive that you just lock out the zones, which is super great. Some honorable mentions for deck variants. You can play Dogmatica and you can play Adventure. So Dogmatica Adventure adding into the Kashtira strategy, it gives you a little bit more stun aspect, little negate, and Griffin is a level 7. Dogmatic gives you access to punishment and stuff, so helps you play around like being blown out, so you have some sort of like layered disruptions. But little short deck list for y'all today. I appreciate y'all stopping in. It would mean a lot if you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think in the comments that could be better with this deck, or what am I missing to make this like a more viable competitive list. Remember guys, you're not bad, you just need to shuffle better. Y'all have a good rest of your week.